You're recording? There we go. Welcome everyone to our Let's Bless Our Loved Ones webinar. My name is Susie McCrae, and today you're going to hear about a business called OnPassive. So sit back, enjoy, digest everything. And at first, I'd like to introduce our first speaker. His name is Marty DeGarmo. He comes to us from New Jersey in the United States. Marty, for about 17 years, was a project manager. He worked in the corporate world, traveled the globe. And then after that, for the last 15 plus years, he's been involved in online marketing and whatnot. And he has a wealth of knowledge. He's been around, he's seen it all, and he's going to tell you why he chose OnPassive. So Marty, it's all yours, and welcome. And thank you, Lonray, for introducing all of our lovely guests today.
Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is in your area. Hello, hello to all the panelists. Today we're here to share a business. I hate the word opportunity. I've been in opportunities and they're not too much of an opportunity, but welcome here today. We will share with you guaranteed something you've never heard before. I've been online, a little about myself, 61 years old. Again, my name is Marty DeGarmo, grandpop. I've been online for 17 years. I got on for the same reason as most people. Can I make a little extra income online? Because I needed it. I grew a family faster than I grew an income. And 2004, I popped on the scene and went, wow, look at all these opportunities. Got to be money out there that's easy for the picking. Well, I got in, joined a company. I can't even tell, I don't remember which one it was. It didn't matter. They're long gone anyway. But I joined and paid attention, figured, go with the flow, find out what's up, and you can make money. I did what I was supposed to. I watched, there's always 2 or 3, these so-called gurus at the top. They're training you, you listen, okay, I got it. And they put you on an auto ship for a couple $100 a month, and then you're okay, now you're kind of minus money now. And then they say, just go out and make a list of everyone you know, come back, introduce them to the business. When they get in, they'll buy the products and you'll be a whopping multi-millionaire. Well, reality is you get the products and now you're losing money. You go to your friends and family and they're running for the hills, right? And all of it is, it's not that people don't want to make money online. It's the hurdles you have to jump through to have a chance to make money online, because there's no guarantee. So you get into a business, and here's what happened to me. And if you've been on more than a month, this happened to you. This isn't guesswork. You get in, either you get in, the business is there, you see the products and you go, how the frick am I going to sell this? I don't even know what it is. Then they tell you what to say, tell you what to do. You start telling people. You get a couple looking here and there and here and there. And when you're really lucky, you get one. He does sign up. He sees there's an auto ship. He pays the first auto ship. You made $2.50. He quits. He can't get anybody in. And this goes on and on and on. It's just very discouraging. I never gotten something like this that beats you down, unless you figure out how to run traffic yourself. You got to get eyes to whatever it is. I don't care what it is. You have to get eyes there. So I get in, they say, well, you got to do this. You got to get a tape. You got to send this to people. You got to get, and none of it worked. And it's not brain surgery. None of it works today either. It doesn't. Even the guys that you think are doing really, really well, 3% are making money. 2% of those are lying. They're making money, but as soon as they stop recruiting, they're done. They're dead in the water. And who wants that? That's not residual income. That's not what I signed up for. About 5 or 6 years into it, after really struggling, I figured I'm gonna have to learn how to do some of this stuff that these guys up here walking across stage with the big check are doing, and that's driving traffic. And that's wasn't that easy. I thought it would be easy. It wasn't easy. I did everything. I did Twitter. I did whatever was there. I did it. Social media. I did it from top to bottom, any way I could. I leveraged everything I could. Finally, I started driving traffic. I went, oh, Kippie-IA, right? So I ran into Mike, and a couple of years later, Dan. They're both here, and we teamed up. And they had skills I didn't have, and I had a couple of things they didn't have, and together we were pretty good. And we built teams. 100, 200, 500,000, 4,000, 5,000, 7,000. We got hits sometimes up to 1 million on a blast that we did that went viral. Oh, this is unbelievable. We can do anything we want. The problem was myself, Mike, and Dan were meeting face to face, us 10 years earlier. They don't know what they're doing. And I said, okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just duplicate what we're doing and give it to them. It can't be done. We tried it. Even when people tell you, I'll just do what I'm doing. No, bull, because most of the people that bring you in don't know what they're doing either. There might be 1 or 2% that have an idea, but oh, go to your sponsor. That nasty word. You go to your sponsor, he's going, what are you coming to me for? I don't know what I'm doing either. And it goes on and on and on and on. And it was really sad that once we got to the point that we thought is where we wanted to be, it was where we wanted to be, but was it the end? And it wasn't. It was the beginning of another problem. That is looking into people's eyes and say, I need get into this. You can make a lot of money, and they get in, they look at you, and they trust you, and you say, I'm going to help you. Now you start to look like a liar because you can't help them. You can't duplicate what you're doing unless the game has changed. There's only one really good pitcher and one really good hitter, and everybody else is in the dugout. That's it. Nobody that good in the field. Nobody. That's all you got. And about 2.5 years ago, I said, I'm sick and tired of this, man. And so is Mike and Dan. I mean, we build a team, but in our heart, we're like, something's wrong with this business. You get up one morning, the business is gone. Or you're selling a left-handed monkey wrench, and well, why we got to call this left-handed? And it's 20% higher than the one they could buy at the store. And you're like, oh my God, is there any end to this? So what happened was 2.5 years ago, thank God, I ran into Red Redford and Peter Rogers, people I knew and I trusted. Another big key online is being able to trust somebody, because you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. You don't know who you don't know. So I went to them. I asked them, what are you doing? And they said, we're in a business. And I said, well, and they loved it. I've heard that before, right? 10, 15 years, you hear it a lot. Well, I said, well, like I said, I trust them. I said, well, can I ask you some questions? Yeah, go ahead. Can anybody do this? Oh, absolutely. They didn't have any skills at marketing. Yeah, absolutely. I went, whoa. How about the limit? I mean, is there a limit that you can make? Nope. Is there a limit anybody can make? Nope. Do you have a auto ship? I said that one like, ooh, this is gonna hurt. No, not at all. Whoa, 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 hold on a minute. Okay, is there products I gotta buy, like creams and lotions and potions? I'm not against them, but I'm really not into that. No, it's all digital. Last one. Are these products something that is being used today in high demand? Absolutely, billions of dollars a year. Billions and billions a year. Unbelievable. I said, well, how much? I was waiting for the big $1,000, $2,500, 20. They said $97. I paid, right? That's all I knew about the business. That was enough. I knew we could work with that. And if the company's legit, which it sounds like it is, so I ran back to Mike and Dan to whatever we did. There was enough there that we knew if we could get past that, is it going to disappear? So we paid the 97. You got to pay that to go see, right? 2.5 years later, it's the best thing I ever did. Mike and Dan feel the same way. They'll be talking soon. And we learned how the business really worked. We met the CEO. Uh, I'm blown away by everything, from the CEO down to the people that he hired, the magnitude of this business, how many people it's going to help. And once and finally for all, myself, Mike and Dan and everybody here, if you come into this business, you tell somebody, I will help you make money. If you come in, you will win. And the answer is yes. First time in my life. So I loved it. But there's one problem I have. I can't explain the business in less than 17 hours. Okay. So we have Mike Ellis here, who's an expert at explaining everything in 22, 23 minutes. Okay. He might be 25. Yeah. But when he's done, you'll get, oh my God. Unless, of course, you're on heavy drugs right now or drinking. But if you could pay attention and listen to what he's saying, I think you'll be blown away. And keep something in mind. If you do or if you don't get in or sign up today, it's no skin off our back. This company's going to grow whether everybody watching this gets in or not. I truly love the idea of telling people about it because it will change your life. I believe that in my soul. Mike is going to explain this. And if you're kind of like at the end, I understand. Ask for a copy of the webinar and I will send it to you personally. I'll put the email in the chat section. Again, I'm going to turn over to Mike Ellis, my business partner, and he will explain this to you very detailed and very easy to understand. Mike, it's all yours.
Yeah, no, Marty, that's a great introduction to OnPassive. And you know what Marty's done is kind of told Marty's, Dan, and my journey into coming into OnPassive. And when we think of OnPassive, it really is extraordinary what OnPassive has done. And it really is a new paradigm in the way business is done. And what I'd like to do today is talk about OnPassive. And there are really two avenues that I want to talk about. One is the business of OnPassive. Very, very important to know what they've done, how they've done it, and the longevity they've built into the business of OnPassive. And then the second one I want to talk about, the second avenue I want to talk about is what OnPassive has done for you and I, those individuals that want to participate with OnPassive, to have the ability to build wealth online. And that's why we're all here. And this presentation really is primarily for individuals that are just discovering OnPassive today. And if you've never heard anything about OnPassive, you're going to know exactly what they're doing, exactly how they're structured, so that you and I can come in and build wealth online. So let's start with the business of OnPassive, okay? OnPassive is primarily a customer-based business. And they are done. OnPassive is built. It is a reality today. It is ready to go into the global launch of OnPassive. So they are done. And when we think about OnPassive, OnPassive was developed by Ash Mufareh. He's the CEO of OnPassive. He's the visionary. He's the brain trust behind OnPassive. And he has built all the products of OnPassive. Again, customer-based, customers come in and buy products. He has built all the products of OnPassive in India, Hyderabad, where his technicians are. And these individuals, these guys and gals, they are absolutely brilliant. And when I talk about the new paradigm of OnPassive, they've done things that are absolutely revolutionary. OnPassive, in a very short period of time, has come into the market, developed all the tools that they decided to go into. And they've done it in a very, very short period of time. And some of those tools are an automated marketing platform, has all the tools we use to market online. Some of the other products are an educational platform. Another product is an HR platform, a human resources platform. One of their products is traffic. So all of these digital products that they've developed, they've done it in India. They are proprietary, they're cutting edge. The technology is brand new. And as they developed these products, in the back of Ash's mind, what he wanted to do, he wanted to develop products online that, yes, they're superior, absolutely superior, but he wanted to do more than that. He wanted to bring them online at a lower price point. So as people come in and look at the products of OnPassive, and all the products of OnPassive that have been developed through Ash and his team, all of these products are in tremendous demand today. And what Ash wanted to do, the main thing he wanted to do, have a superior product at a lower price point. This is what OnPassive has done. So when we think about the business of OnPassive, they have IT products, AI IT products, artificial intelligence, informational technology products, digital products that he has developed and are ready to come online today. As we look at what Ash has done, what the tech team in Hyderabad has done, this is the business of OnPassive. And they didn't build these products to come online and just compete, okay? Ash developed these products to bring them online and dominate. Our goal is not to come in and just compete in any niche, whether it's OConnect, which is their webinar service, whether it's Ocademy, which is their educational platform, whether it's OStaff, their HR product, which is human resources. He did not build these products to come in and just compete. He built these products to dominate. This is OnPassive. Now, there are a lot of moving parts in OnPassive. OnPassive today, they are massive. Like I've said, OnPassive, the business, they are done. They are ready to go into the global launch, and I'll get to that toward the end of the presentation. But OnPassive, everything that Ash has done, everything that he's developed, he wants to come online and he wants to dominate. And that's what he's done. These products that Ash and his team have developed, they're absolutely awesome. And as we talk about the products of OnPassive, let me give you an idea of the amount of wealth that OnPassive is going to be generating as we go into the global launch of OnPassive. And this really will affect you as you start to look at OnPassive, come in and participate with OnPassive, because the amount of wealth the amount of wealth coming into OnPassive is going to dictate what you will make. Okay. If we look at just 4 products of OnPassive, and those 4 products are Traffic, Traffic. Another one is OStaff. Again, that's the HR product. The other one is Ocademy, and the other one is OConnect. Ocademy is the educational platform, and OConnect is the webinar service. If we just look at these 4 products, okay, these products generate over $480 billion a year in revenue to the companies that are servicing these niches today. These products are in high demand. Obviously, $148 billion of revenue a year. Yeah, there are a lot of people using it. OnPassive, as they come out with a superior product at a lower price point, I believe they're going to dominate these four niches. These 4 niches that are online, and just massive niches, billion-dollar niches. And as we think about OnPassive dominating, let's keep it very, very conservative. Let's say they come in and the first year they get 10% of that market, okay? That's $48 billion of revenue coming into OnPassive. Again, think about the wealth that OnPassive is going to be generating. If they only do 5% of that market the first year, again, it's $24 billion of revenue that will be coming into OnPassive. And again, if they only do 2.5%, which is just ridiculous, again, that's about 12 billion of revenue coming into OnPassive with those 4 niches. Now, I know that the products of OnPassive are superior, and because they're at a lower price point, people will flock into OnPassive. People love to get a deal, especially with technology that is superior. If they can get it for a lower price, they are going to flock in. So 25% of that market the first year, yeah, I think that's probably doable. $48 billion of revenue coming into OnPassive. That's a tremendous amount of wealth. Now, when we think about Ash Mufareh, CEO of OnPassive, and what he's done, he's already told us that what he wants to do is share the wealth with those individuals participating with OnPassive. And as we think about that, he doesn't want to share just a little bit of the wealth, like a Bezo or a Facebook or you know, any of these other big tech companies and the CEOs there, they want to keep the money. He wants to share the majority of the wealth with those individuals participating with OnPassive. This is a really exciting thing. This is why OnPassive is the new paradigm, is revolutionary. Ash wants that wealth to come in, and he wants that wealth to flow out to the individuals participating with OnPassive so that they can actually start building wealth online. It's one of the things that I loved about OnPassive as I came in and started to explore OnPassive. Ash is guaranteeing that you will make money, you will develop wealth online, and over time, you will get to that place where you don't worry about finances. It just is an afterthought. It's something you don't think about because it's there. It's been taken care of because of the way OnPassive is structured. And as I think about Ash and what he said, the amount he wants to share, and this is massive, guys, the amount of the wealth he wants to share with those individuals participating with OnPassive, it's over 50%. It's probably 55, 60, 65%. And when you talk about 4 products in 4 niches that generates $480 billion in revenue a year, and I believe in my heart over time, we will take 50, 60, 70% of those 4 products, those 4 niches. The amount of wealth that's going to be coming into OnPassive is going to be unprecedented. And because of where we're at, because we have the ability to participate with OnPassive, it's going to change lives. It's going to change that bottom line that we all look at. And it's going to give us the opportunity to live that lifestyle we want to live. So this is an extremely exciting company. It is a brick and mortar company. It is a complete digital system online. And what Ash has done, even though it is a customer-based business, he's giving us the opportunity to come in, participate with OnPassive, and develop wealth online. In fact, he is guaranteeing that you will develop wealth online. So that brings me to the second avenue of OnPassive. This is where it gets really, really interested for you and I. It's why we're here. We all want to develop wealth. How are we going to do that with OnPassive? OnPassive, again, AI IT company, artificial intelligence, informational technology company. All the products of OnPassive, again, they are superior to lower price point. Here's what OnPassive is going to do for you. And this is, again, this is where it gets really, really exciting, because this has never been done online. In the history of business, online, offline, this has never been done. And it is the genius behind OnPassive. It is the genius behind Ash Mufareh and his vision as to what he could do online and help individuals come online and actually be successful. As we look at OnPassive and we come in and participate with OnPassive, OnPassive is going to go into their product line, and they're going to start pulling out their products, and they're going to build for every individual that participates with OnPassive. They are going to build you an automated marketing platform. Okay. So they're going to use their IT products. They're going to build an automated marketing platform for you, and then they're going to hook it up to their AI, their artificial intelligence. This is really important. Once they hook it up to AI, artificial intelligence, that marketing platform becomes 100% automated. Okay. What does that mean? It means that because of the IT products of OnPassive, you do not have to run your business. You do not have to manage your business. You still have to keep an eye on your business, because as the money starts coming in, you want to take it out. But OnPassive is going to manage that business for you. It's more than that. Again, once they hook it up to AI, 100% automated, they're actually going to go back into their toolbox and pull out another product. And that product is traffic. And they're going to start driving traffic for your business to get good qualified eyes in front of your business. They're going to bring them in. They're going to introduce them to the products of OnPassive. As customers come in and buy the products, a certain percentage of those customers will land underneath you, and that's how you get paid. As customers land underneath you, you get paid similar as a commission salesperson. Let's say you work for a company, you're on commission sales, you do a $100 sale. As you do that, you're going to get 10% of that. You'd make $10 off of that. But because of the sheer volume that OnPassive is going to be doing, the amount of customers that will be landing under each and every one of us, it is going to be massive. And again, 100% automated. As these customers come in, OnPassive is going to manage everything. They're going to manage the sale. They're going to manage them coming in. They're going to manage any of the questions they might have. Anything the customer does, OnPassive is going to manage them. That was such a relief for me because most people, they don't want to deal with customers. Again, OnPassive 100% automated. And because OnPassive is managing everything, it really gives you the opportunity to breathe. Let them do what they're doing. And now you can start living again. You can have the life that you've dreamt about. What OnPassive has done, it truly is revolutionary. And when you think about OnPassive, what they've done with the business of OnPassive, that is truly remarkable. But even more remarkable is they're giving us the opportunity to come in, participate with OnPassive, let them go to work for us, and really be set free from those financial burdens that we all have. So as we think about these two avenues of OnPassive, how do we all come in and participate with OnPassive? Today, there is a position, it is the founding position of OnPassive. And it is a way to come in, start participating with OnPassive, lock yourself into the company of OnPassive, and lock yourself into the pay structure of OnPassive. The founding position is a $97 position. And as we look at the founding position, again, it's one of those remarkable things that Ash has developed so that we can come in and participate. And the founding position initially is going to do a couple of things for all of us as we come in and start participating. As OnPassive gets into the launch of OnPassive, they're actually going to start building our organizations for us. And they will go out and bring in additional founders, and those individuals land on your team. And again, it's a lot like the sales commission, the sales individual that is on commission sales. Let's say he's got a very, very large territory. He can't handle the whole territory, so he wants to hire more sales individuals to come in and help him. It's the same thing with OnPassive. OnPassive is going to start bringing in additional founders, putting them underneath you. And as OnPassive starts to drive traffic and bring customers in, as customers start to land underneath you and your sales force, you not only get paid for the people that land underneath you, but you get paid for the people that land under your sales force. So anytime OnPassive can come in and develop your organization, or develop your team, you have another stream of revenue and your revenue increases. What does that do for you? What it does for you is it cuts time frames and it gets you to that place where you cut time frames, you get to that place quicker than if you were just doing it on your own. Again, this is what OnPassive is going to do for all of us. So as OnPassive launches, they're going to start bringing in founders for all of us, but it's even more than that. As we go into the global launch of OnPassive, because we are founding members of OnPassive, the amount of traffic that Ash is going to drive through all our organizations is going to be more than anybody that comes in after the global launch of OnPassive. Now, there will be many, many more benefits to the founding position in OnPassive. Some of those Ash hasn't shared with us. But the founding position, being able to lock your position in OnPassive and lock your position in the pay structure of OnPassive, that's a really, really big deal, especially the pay structure of OnPassive. So as OnPassive goes into the global launch, what happens to OnPassive? What happens to the founding members of OnPassive? Here's how it's going to work. As OnPassive goes into the global launch, we will all come into OnPassive we will all come into OnPassive as customers first. Then we will go into our back office, click a button, become independent resellers of the IT products. It's important to understand the process that we have to go through. And this process gives OnPassive the ability to pay us. So we all want to do that. As we back up, there are two payments in OnPassive. One of them is a founding payment, $97. As we back up and we come in and become customers, there is another fee there, and that fee is $250, give or take, right in that area. That $250 fee, it is a monthly fee. We have to come in and then we have to pay that monthly. But this fee, you will pay it once and you will never have to go out of pocket again. Why is that? As you pay that fee, and you're active in OnPassive, the preceding months will be paid from the profits that we make with OnPassive. It's at this point that it gets really, really interested, and OnPassive goes to work for us. As we come in and become customers, click the button, become independent resellers of the IT product. OnPassive, again, they're going to take the AI and IT products of OnPassive. They're going to build a marketing platform for us. They're going to hook it up to the AI. They're going to start driving traffic for us. They're going to bring customers in for us. That's when the customers start landing under each and every one of us. So that $250, it puts OnPassive to work for us. They build all these things for us, and they start to build our business for us. They start to put customers underneath us. And the amount of volume that OnPassive is doing, again, with the 4 products, it was 800, and the total revenue was 800 or $480 billion. That's 4 products, guys. As we launch to the world, we're going to have between 14 and 20 products of OnPassive. And there are more behind that, many, many more behind that. The amount of products that OnPassive will be bringing to the market, we don't know how many they're going to be. OnPassive will always be developing products in niches that they see that are very, very productive for OnPassive. In other words, build that wealth. So with the 4 products, it was $480 billion. With 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 products, what's it going to be? And this is going to give you an idea of the amount of wealth that's going to be generated, because again, Ash is going to be sharing most of this as we go into the global launch of OnPassive. And I believe that as we go into the global launch of OnPassive, if you are a founding member of OnPassive, you will be in a position over time to get to that place where finances is just an afterthought. I think 6 figures with every founding member of OnPassive, it's a piece of cake, guys. When we think about OnPassive, the first year of OnPassive, we already know that OnPassive is going to bring in about 100 million customers. I almost said billion, but not that many. 100 million customers. And we know our market is 5.5 billion. OnPassive was built for longevity. OnPassive was built so that you can develop and generate income, develop income, develop residual income, and then develop wealth online. And as you look at OnPassive overall, it is the new paradigm. Ash has done this in record time. He's got superior products. He's got a superior team. And I believe the founders that are in OnPassive today, he's got superior founders too, that see the vision, that see a way forward to develop wealth, develop income, residual income, and then develop wealth. This truly is remarkable what Ash and his team have done and what the founders have done. So I've talked about the launch of OnPassive, and I want to go over it just very, very quickly so you know where we're at. Right now, we're in pre-launch. We're getting ready to go into the executive founders launch, and then we're going to go into the worldwide launch. The executive founder launch and the global launch of OnPassive, they are tied together. So as OnPassive goes into the executive founders launch, and that is a period of time when the founding members will be able to come in, use the products, test the products, money will start changing hands. It really is a time of testing. But as soon as we go into the executive founders launch, it is tied to the global launch of OnPassive. So we know as soon as we go into that executive founder launch, that the global launch is tied to it. I can tell you today, we are very close to that point of going into the executive global launch. The window of coming in and becoming a founding member is very, very short. OnPassive today, it is a reality. It is done. Right now, OnPassive and his team, they're nibbling around the edges right now, just doing a few final things before they get into the founders executive launch and the global launch of OnPassive. So we're very, very close. And the founders launch and the global launch, they are tied together. As soon as we go into the executive founder launch, game on. We are there. There will be a time. There will be a time there. There will be a time limit there. We're going to have a pretty good idea what it is, and the clock starts ticking. And obviously, as we go into the global launch of OnPassive, I believe there's going to be an explosion online. everybody online will know about OnPassive. Today, OnPassive is a global company. OnPassive will never put any limitations or caps on you. Like Marty said in the beginning, they will not limit the amount of money you can make, and they will not put qualifications on you. You have to do this to make that. It's not how it works. OnPassive is 100% automated, hooked up to AI. It was made for you and I to succeed online, and success is guaranteed because of what Ash has done. The structure is the structure he's put together in OnPassive. And this is an exciting time to come in, become a founding member of OnPassive, pay that $97, lock your position in, and lock your position in the pay structure. Lives are going to be changing in the next couple of months in OnPassive. Come on in, continue to explore OnPassive, but become a founding member of OnPassive, pay the $97. You will not be disappointed. This is OnPassive. It was built for you and I. It's what Ash envisioned as he developed and built OnPassive. And it truly is dynamic, and you're in the right place at the right time. I've never seen this before. I don't ever think I'll see anything like this in my lifetime again. It will put you in that place that we all want to be. Liberty, freedom, financial liberty and freedom. So come on in, pay the $97, become a founding member, and get ready. It's going to be a really, really good ride. Marty, I'll turn it back over to you. That is OnPassive. If I've missed anything, please come in, you and Dan and the rest of the panel, and fill in the blanks. Go ahead, Marty.
No, very good. I couldn't think of anything to add, really. Just keep in mind, everybody, it's 100% automated. Don't get all wrapped in things you might have heard, like, oh, I don't know if I can do that or do this. 100% automated. If you can breathe, drink water, you can win. If you want a copy of the webinar, send me an email to OnPassive Nation, and I will send you a copy. I'm going to turn it over to Susie McRae, because she is the QA queen, and we will go from there.
The QA queen. Thank you. Great presentation, Mike. Thank you, Marty. You know, when Mike talks about your team, your organization and all that, don't get nervous. Don't get nervous. You don't have to manage that. OnPassive does the work for us, you know. This webinar is let's bless our loved ones. And I know that's what I did once I jumped on board. I have all of my family and friends that I care about, and they're loving the fact that this is fully automated and that they're not nervous about having to take care of a team or customers. That's what's great about it. So how do you guys want to do the Q&A today? Do you want me to bring people in, or would you like the chat? Would someone like to let me know? Marty?
We could try to bring them in if they raise their hand, but if that doesn't work out, they can write it in the chat. Whatever you want to try. I don't want to waste.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what today's all about, is our guests and the people who are invited here to ask questions. So if you are a founder, please, we have founder only Q&As and roundtables on Monday. Today is for people who are joining us hearing for the first time. So if you have a question and you don't want to come on the panel, that's okay. You can go down in the chat and type your question. We will be answering guest only questions. If you would like to come on to the panel and ask your question, you can raise your hand. I will bring you on. Your screen will change a little bit, and then I will have you unmute yourself and turn on your video camera so we can see you and talk to you. So while we're waiting for people to either raise their hands or type a question in the chat, just a few reminders. You can get a copy of this, as Marty said, it's in the chat. Email onpassivenation@gmail.com. Please refrain from putting your email address in the chat because it's kind of tedious for us to go back in there. So email Marty right now, onpassivenation@gmail.com. He will continue to put that in there. Also, you can visit onpassive.com to see all of the different products. So we're going to say hello to the few people in our panel. Once again, questions in the chat or raise your hand and I'll bring you on. Guests only. So Daryl, since you were on first with us today, I'd like to say hello to Daryl Cook is with us. He's on our leadership council. He's from Upper State New York, and he's got a lot of wisdom about this business as well. So if you want to add a few words, Daryl.
Hey, thanks, Susie. Thanks a lot, Mike. It was a great presentation, and thanks, folks, for letting me join today. It was just kind of a great honor. Mike talked about, every one of us are a part of a particular specialized field. I came from the teaching field. I taught public education for 24 years, and recently I've had some incredible conversations from educators who are in public schools, small day schools, right up to the college level. And here's just one area where OnPassive is going to be incredibly powerful and helpful. Every parent would love to have a specialized education for their children. And just think about what OnPassive has done. We have Academy, which is an online education platform. Your child can learn from educators around the globe, whatever subject matter they're going to, need help in. So that's just one area. Think of institutions that aren't run by governments. They're private institutions, private colleges, day schools, preschools, elementary, church schools, any other kind of religious or nonprofit educational platform. They need funding every year. Well, you put together Academy, Staff, Peer, which is our like an internal communication email system, and then put together that power. And then there's one special tool called Bless. Every educational institution who becomes a founding member can go out to their public and their private people and say, look, we have a need. We need to fund a new department. We need 100,000 apples. They can write up a campaign within their own institution now and just go out to the 890,000 founding members present, and then who comes on future, and just think of what kind of resources can come in for that institution. And I'll leave with this last one because this was so powerful to me. I was talking to an individual who's been teaching young kids how to be moral and ethical athletes in the Bahamas. And he's been doing it for nothing for 15, 18 years. And he's never, ever had a platform where he could easily fund. And so once he understood the power of OnPassive and Bless and everything that we have, it was kind of a no-brainer. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. And that's just one little area of all the specialized fields. And you know what? If you're just coming in to make a little money, little passive income for a small retirement, well, I think you can see the point here. So thanks a lot, Susie.
Thank you, Daryl, for your insight. Yes, that's just one small segment. Most of my fellow founders here know one of the products I love is Staff, which is the all-in-one HR platform. And if any of you watching this have been in the business world or have been in management, supervising, in human resources, once you catch a glimpse of Staff, it is absolutely brilliant what Ash Mufareh and his tech team have done to create such a wonderful platform all in one place with all of the information, simple and easy to use. Because I know as a manager, I would be pulling my hair out having to go into so many different softwares that didn't communicate with each other and that were very costly for the organizations I worked for. So I'm really looking forward to businesses getting into Staff and helping them streamline functions and also save on their bottom line. So I'd like to also have Dan Street say a few words. Dan is one of the partners with Marty, Mike, and Dan that helped get OnPassive a big group going and understanding this. So Dan, if you'd like to share a few words.
Sure. Thanks, Susie. Mike, great presentation. Pretty much covered everything. It's interesting. Marty, Mike, and I implemented a successful template that really worked for us so well over the past few years, and especially with OnPassive. And our growth has been incredible because of this template, but that doesn't mean that everybody within OnPassive, all of the founders, were witnessing it day by day, that due to the value of this company just exploding, we've watched it. We've watched the evolution of this company over the last 2.5 years, and it's been mind-blowing for all of us. And so I would ask each and every one of you that are looking at this for the first time to just get with the person that brought you in and dig deep and find out everything you need to know about OnPassive. You can go to onpassive.com and look at all of the products that we have, and there's a FAQ in each one of those products if you scroll down, and you can get a very good appreciation as to what this business is all about. Bottom line is, the key takeaway that I'll give here is that you've got a company that is fully automated, and it's going to drive targeted traffic to your business and to your site to increase the amount of customers, your customer base, so that you can make commissions over and over again. And that is that's worth $97 to take a look at it. So that's all I have for right now, Susie.
Okay, thank you so much, Dan. Would just like to tell everybody that the way you become a founder is to get back to the person who invited you. You see, they have a registration link because this is by invitation only. So you get back to them, they'll share their link, they'll get you signed up as a founder. There will be a non-disclosure agreement that you will sign to have access to the back office. And then you will have your registration link that you can share with the people you care about and invite them and bring them on as fellow founders. You see, we do these webinars every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time and every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. We have various speakers who give the presentation. So once you jump on board as a founder, you will have this resource to send people to, because it is a lot to try to explain, especially after you've just heard it. So that's why we're here. We're here to help educate more people on it and help them digest it. The other thing is, once you do become a founder, you will be able to attend our private founder only webinars. We have one every single Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a founders roundtable where you can join us. We have lots of updates, and we also allow you to come in, ask questions, discuss things. We do have a question from Anand, is asking, can I register or open in a firm name as a founder? So like as a business name. Would someone like to answer that question?
I can
Go ahead,
maybe
Daryl.
give a little insight here. I was referring back to some of the educational facilities that I've been talking to, and I know that there is one way that you can do it is you can become a founder yourself and then invite them, and then they can also bring in their institution. You just need an email. That's really the tag to the company. And so we have some of those institutions that are doing that. And then what's interesting about that as well, let's just take a college, okay? So you register a college, and then they can actually utilize OnPassive as a retirement plan for their teachers and staff, because they can become founders underneath the college founder position. So how cool is that?
Okay, thank you so much, Daryl. And we also have, last but not least, we have Charles Osong. I know he's with us. It looks like he's listening to us. Yeah, there he is. I'd like to see if Charles would like to say a few words. Charles has an extensive background in IT, information technology. He has been involved with OnPassive for, I believe, almost 3 years, and he knows the ins and outs of all of it. He's a wealth of knowledge. We rely on him to help answer questions. So please, if you have questions, put them in the chat or raise your hand. And Charles, if you would just like to say a few words, that would be great.
Yeah, thanks, Susie. Thanks, Mike, Maddie, Daryl, Dan, all of you guys, as well as Larry for introducing the people. I really appreciate you guys. I'm not 100% today, but at least I cannot stay away from OnPassive. So I've just tried to be here to listen. The only thing I would like to add is, I know Maddie talked about traffic. Mike Ellis talked a lot about traffic. And some people, they might be wondering, what is this traffic? These are not cars. These are not motorbikes. This is people, customers going into your business, okay? So every business, I don't care what kind of business, depends on customers, right? No customers, no sales. And so when we say traffic, driving traffic, we're talking about bringing in customers. And in OnPassive, we talk about targeted traffic. That's huge. So the difference between targeted traffic and traffic is that targeted traffic is a customer that is looking for what you have to offer. You see? And that is what OnPassive is about. And that is why we are all very, very excited. And they're going to be using this latest technology, AI, to be bringing in those customers in great numbers. You can't beat that. The other thing I want to add, because I know a lot of us have done businesses online, and we're here and we might be thinking, so how is this different from that business that went out that I did a few years ago? And all of a sudden, you try to log in and it says site unavailable. How is this different? It is different because, as Maddie said earlier, we have legitimate, viable products, okay? Those businesses that went out, you go back, you look at them, their products are not viable. That's it. Once you have viable products, you're not going anywhere. That's why you have companies like Google, they come in, they've been they've been around for a while, they're not going anywhere. You have companies like Zoom, Facebook, they're not going anywhere. And then OnPassive is putting all these products in one place. Guess what? We are not going anywhere, okay? So keep that in mind. Come in, automated, done for you. You're in the best place, the best business you can ever imagine. That's all I can say. Thank you, Susan.
Okay, thank you. Always good to hear you reiterate that. We appreciate it. Okay, we have 2 people who have chosen to raise their hand and come on. If you are guests and not current founders, please unmute yourself. We have Neil Kanth, Neelkanth. If you could unmute yourself and turn your video on and ask your question, Neil Kanth. Okay, I think Neil left, but we have Newton. Newton, if you would unmute yourself. Hi, do you have a question for us today, please?
Yes, hello everyone.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering what informed the decision of the name of this company, OnPassive? What's the meaning? What's the meaning of the name OnPassive, please?
Okay, would someone like to respond to that?
Yes, Newton.
Charles, thank you.
Yeah, so passive, the word passive just means you're not doing anything, right? So it was given for a purpose. We're gonna come in, okay? We're gonna pay the engineers and the staff to work for us. And we're gonna make money passively, meaning You can fold your arms, you can cross, go to sleep, you can go to the beach, right? And the company will work for you, and you just have passive residual income. So the passive income is on always, okay? How about that?
Okay, okay, I understand. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is that your only question, Newton?
Yes, for now. I see that you are recording this. So how soon will it be available after the meeting?
Usually, I believe Marty gets it sent out either later today or at least by tomorrow. You will have a copy of it. Just email onpassivenation@gmail.com.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Okay, it's in the chat. Okay, and he'll send it to you. And then, you can also, Newton, get back to the person who invited you and gave you this link, because they can also direct you to some more information should you have any questions. But you look like a sharp man, and I think you're going to become a founder, and then you can join us in our private webinar on Monday, and you can ask your questions there. So
Yeah.
get back to the person who invited you, and they'll help you as well.
I'm already a member for about 2 weeks now. I'm getting to 3 weeks.
Okay,
So,
good
yeah.
for you. So
Yeah.
you're in the learning process.
Yes.
Tomorrow, Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern time. It'll be in the back office, the founders only roundtable. You come on in and you can listen in, ask questions. Okay, we usually record those as well.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
for joining us, Newton. You're
Yeah.
welcome. Okay,
Hey,
so
Susie, can I add to that
yeah.
on passive a little bit?
Sure.
Just real quick.
Sure.
One of our founding members that she's just brilliant. She's on the leadership council, Janet Butler. She always explains on passive, you can either be on and start sharing and enjoy the journey, personally and invite others, or you can kind of be passive and do nothing. And that's the beauty of this company. So you build, as Mike always says, you just want to shorten your time frames of whatever that wealth is that you want, be on. And if you're just willing to let the company do it, well, just be passive. I love the way she explains that.
Exactly. I have people who are on and I have people who are passive, and that's the beauty of it. It was built for all of us. It was built to level the playing field for everyone to be successful. We do have a question and I'll answer it. It says, how do you get income after registration? Well, you register as a founder, and then when we have our global launch, you will activate your account. And after that, that's when you will start earning income after the global launch. Hosea EO is asking, please, what are the products? We recommend that you email Marty to re-listen to this webinar, because we did review some of them. All of the products are right behind me in my background, but also you can go to onpassive.com. and there's a tab with all of the products. It has frequently asked questions, videos. You can learn about all of the products there. Okay, yes, thank you everyone for putting that in there. Okay, so I think that's all we have today for questions. Once again, thank you, Mike, for a great presentation, for all the panelists joining us. My partner, Lon Ray, who helps welcome people. It's always good to see him. And we can't stress enough, get back to the person who invited you, jump on board, and then continue your learning process goes forward. I see one last question. Is the pay determined by bringing people to join? No. Does someone want to comment about how this is different than maybe what they were thinking? Would someone like to talk about that?
I'll hit it just very, very quickly, and then Marty can go. OnPassive does all the work. They're going to bring customers in. You don't have to bring anybody in. Nobody has to join. 100 million customers. A lot of those customers are going to land underneath you, and you will get paid. Marty, go ahead.
Mike's correct.
That's the beauty of it. Not only do you not have to bring people in, when they do come in, the company's going to support them with all the customer service. I mean, it's absolutely brilliant. It's brilliant. This is revolutionary. It's a business model never seen before. Get excited. If you just caught a sliver of what we presented today, you're going to want to jump on board and become a founding member and join us. I know when I joined well over a year and a half ago, I saw 4 bullet points on a post in a Facebook group, and it caught my attention, and I jumped right on board and then continued my learning process. Okay, someone's asking about how long until the launch. We don't have a date on that, but the launch will be happening soon. Okay, and if once you jump on board, you stay plugged in with our webinars and our back office, and you will have updates on that. So if anyone else wants to end this webinar, I think we're good. If you want a copy, email Marty at onpassivenation@gmail.com. Please don't put your email in the chat. Email him and request a copy of today's webinar. It'll get out either later today or tomorrow to you, I'm sure, from Marty. So anyone want to end, or are we good to go?
I can end it, Susie.
Okay, thank you, Marty.
Thanks, everybody here. Thanks, Susie, Landre, Charles. Thanks for coming on sick, buddy. That's a crazy guy. Mike and Daryl, and Dan. There he is, Dan. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Do yourself a favor. At least get a copy, look at it so you understand what you're saying yes or no to. If you're saying no to it, I have one request, and one thing I mean from the bottom of my heart. If you're saying no to this, don't look for any other business online. You're going to get ripped off. Anyway, I'll see you all and have a fantastic day.